Somebody say slave.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Did somebody say slave?
Dang.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah, you know, this right here, you know, the plane going up in smoke and flames, you know, this is why we need to get back to, you know, common sense, okay? This is why common sense needs to be in charge. And can we please get back to hiring people based on who's actually qualified for the job? Like who actually, you know, has the skill sets to do the job? Not like, oh yeah, well you fit our DEI, you know, protocols and stuff like that and our standards. And yeah, we're just going to hire you because DEI and why not? And DEI and why? And it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So, you know, I'm personally fed up. It's like a Ferris wheel of chaos. It just keeps on going. Like, you know, it just doesn't stop. It needs to stop. You know, but that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Shout out to the King Squad. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let's get into our next video here. Shout out to our friend Benny, and let's go.
Benny, in the insurance world, there's no such thing as a zero-fault accident. Somebody is always responsible. If everyone was following the rules and doing what they were supposed to, there'd be no such thing as accidents. There'd be no such things as plane crashes that put hundreds of lives in jeopardy. And in order to stop planes from crashing, you have to figure out why they crash. You have to be able to name and maybe perhaps shame some of the bad systems or bad people that crashed the plane. That's how you fix broken systems. Let's go ahead and check in on the Delta headlines right before the Toronto plane crash that could have, of course, ended the lives of hundreds of people. Thank God it didn't. Nonetheless, Delta Airlines reaffirmed its commitment to DEI initiatives right before crash. This is part of our focus. Do you know that Delta Airlines, the specific airline, in fact, that was flying to Toronto, was part of an Endeavour Air program that's specifically a culture to celebrate diversity to make us stronger. They say that recognition and DEI is woven into their DNA. And they're very, very proud to have flight crews that are exclusionary. Well, we're starting to paint a picture here, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, Endeavour Air likes making videos like this.
somebody say slave?
What they don't want you to see is videos like this. This is a real video. Flight looks like.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh,
Yes, so this is the result of having a bigoted airline. Because this is what they're actually saying here, right?
Yeah, like this is why I say when I see DEI, it makes me think DIE. Okay, you know, everybody's DIEing. All right, you know, when we involve or when we go by DEI, and it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's destructive to everyone. Destructive to everyone involved. Detrimental to everyone involved. DEI, and yeah, you know, like I said, it's like a Ferris wheel of chaos. Like it just keeps going. Like it's just one ridiculous thing after another, and it's just revolving around. It just doesn't stop, and it has to stop, guys. You know, I can't believe that something like this even happened. But then again, I'm like, no, I can believe it. I can believe it. You know, they're on TikTok. They're not taking their job seriously. You know, they're like, I don't know. You know how to fly this thing? And I'm, you know, it's scary. It's scary because then you don't like, what if you get on the plane and you don't know who's the pilot? You know, it's dangerous. And then it's like you get on the plane just to go take a trip to see family or something like that. But then, you know, the pilots are trying to have like, you know, an activist movement. And then all of a sudden you end up getting deleted in an activist movement attempt. And, you know, this stuff was filmed on TikTok, you know, then you get long live next to your name. And the whole thing is just downhill from there. It's just, you know, there's not a way to go out. Not it at all. Not it at all. It's sad. It is crazy. It is very sad.
When they're publishing things like this, what they're saying is that we are not going to have an airline that has white men. a part of our airline. At Endeavor, we build a foster a focus of differences or values. We support inclusivity and an environment where employees feel empowered to share their voices and experiences and perspectives. How about this? How about just like planes that land safely? How about planes that don't land like this?
Come on!
Here's your ad for Endeavor.
Don't take your video! Take that phone away! On the way!
Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Now, something very interesting.
Good Lord. Like, did you see that? It's like the plane was in a Michael Bay movie or something. Like the plane was in Transformers. Like it just got blasted out of the sky by Megatron or something like that. Like this is really dangerous. This is crazy. Like you're playing with people's lives here, trying to do this like movement. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Is it really? I mean, really? Can we just stop? You know, I'm tired of just hire based on skill. Please.
Interesting is happening here. Delta hasn't told us who the pilots were. Delta hasn't named the people who were responsible for the...
Oh, yeah. And they did Kamala. And they did Biden. These are your Ku Klux Kamala Harris voters.
critical errors here in the flight as it crashed. But you know what? Got to tell you, the fact that they won't name the pilot actually tells us everything we need to know. Get a load of this. Breaking across my feed this morning. Won't post her name and info, but the Delta plane crash was piloted by a woman who just got certified as an operator airline, making a big deal of female pilots. This is the data and logistics, ladies and gentlemen. This is now ping-pong balling around my feed. So this Delta Airlines, this is why Delta Airlines is so quiet. The female officer was a brand new pilot. Issues her ATP license 41 days ago. Did the passengers know that? Since the pilot is handling the radio, was male, the captain, it is fair to assume that she was in control at the time of the accident. This is insane. And again, we're going to wait for everything to come through, but it is, it's our job here to report to you what is being widely spoken about. I received a tip from Endeavor Air that the first officer just got her license 1 month ago. My source believes that she was in control because the ATC recording shows a male managing the radio. Therefore, somebody else would have to be flying the plane. And this now is the result. Again, this is an airline that makes an enormous to-do about how inclusive they all are. This is the pinned video on Delta's TikTok account right now. Another video, ladies and gentlemen, bragging about, well, the lack of men on the airline.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young.
No, we ain't giving no hold. I ain't Romeo and now hold. Hold. Making a party, chocolate Barbie, waiting on me for
Got it.
Super tired of the misandry. Might I add.
All right. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Look at a few men we have working at our airline. Do the planes land like safely? Or do they look like this? No one cares. This is all about quotas, actually, and discriminating against people based on their skin color and their biological sex. It's interesting how Delta hasn't released a sliver of information on the pilots. What's going on, Delta? Who was flying the plane? Everybody's asking the same thing. The plane that crashed in Toronto was a Delta flight operated by Endeavor Air, a small airline obsessed with all-female unmanned flights. That's exactly right. That's what they call them. They care about DEI and being unmanned. So don't tell me, right? Don't come for me.
I just want to add too. I think it really speaks volumes. The silence from the mainstream media's coverage. Like they're just extremely silent about this. Like the demographics of the pilots and everything like that. Like they're super quiet on the demographics of the pilots, and they're just not really. They just don't want to give up any information. And so we have to do stuff like this, like create these videos to get this information out because they're trying to like cover it up. No, The plane literally lost an entire wing and flipped upside down, and all in this activist stuff and you know, being flown by DEI. I mean, it is crazy. Their silence speaks volumes, guys.
When I'm pointing this kind of stuff out, when I can show you the actual posts from the airline themselves. Here we go, from Endeavor Air. Each time I have an unmanned crew, I make sure to include, noting it in my welcome announcement, saying, welcome aboard your unmanned flight today. Amazing how many people say, I've never had a girl crew before. Okay. Do those people want their flights to end up like this? It's not just one post. I mean, this is all over their social media. This is the Endeavor Air social media account. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Your flight is unmanned. Girl power. All right. Seems like people are responding. Yeah, this is what your unmanned crew looks like. They're upside down. Endeavor Air prides themselves in unmanned flights. This was the doomed Toronto flight, piloted by a female who may or may not have just gotten her pilot's license. Endeavor likes to fly unmanned. Yeah. You have action, reaction here. Live fast, die young, bad girls. Yeah, got him. Really looking forward to.
You know, if this is what the my bad, Benny, but if this is what it, you know, what it's looking like with the DEI stuff, you know, as just pilots, you know, it really scares me if, like, you know, if they're doing DEI with doctors and nurses, well, not nurses, but like, I don't know how to say that. Like, I don't think it would be DEI, but that's just like hiring who's qualified when I think of nurses. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in that sense. I'm not a genius like in that area. But yeah, like I'm not an expert in that area. But let me know what you guys think. But if it's like this with just being a pilot, this freaks me out. Say they do DEI with truckers and DEI with doctors. And, you know, like that is very dangerous. People could have like, what if this plane just like snapped in half? It would have been night. It would have been lights out. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not funny. The situation is not funny, but like, wow, it's just insane that, you know, they go hard, and then this is what it leads to.
Who was flying the plane? How it started? How it's going? Delta adds little hanging tennis ball to the end of the runways for female pilots. Panic erupts on flight as captain of female crew announces everything is fine. Every black female queer pilot right now hoping the Delta pilot was a white male. Every female LGBT black Delta pilot waiting for the release of tomorrow's pilot's identity. Was the Delta crash a trainer pilot overseeing a brand new female with zero experience? Oh boy, getting DMs from the pilot world confirming that things are very, very bad. This one's really scary. The boomers really are the thin veneer of civilization. As they peel off, so will the veneer. Oh no. So the CEO of Delta was on CBS this morning. And of course, they tried to blame Donald Trump. I think they know that they're in for a real one here, and that they've really overstepped. And it seems like the CEO is really backpedaling here on this. Listen.
Administration recently fired many employees of the FAA administration. Do those cuts worry you, and do you think that impacts the safety? I know you just said it's the safest way to travel, but after looking at all these mishaps, a lot of people are very nervous. Do these cuts affect you?
The cuts do not affect us, Gail. I've been in close communication with the Secretary of Transportation. I understand that the cuts at this time are something that are raising questions, but the reality is there's over 50,000 people that work at the FAA, and the cuts, I understand, were 300 people, and they were in non-critical safety functions. The Trump administration has committed to investing deeply in terms of improving the overall technologies that are used in the air traffic control systems and modernizing the skies. They've committed to hiring additional controllers and investigators and safety investigators. So no, I'm not concerned with that.
CBS sent into silence as they tried to make this Trump's fault. But what it really is the cancer of saying, we are going to hire you, promote you, or put you in a position based on something other than merit, based on your skin color, or your sex, or some other giant rainbow coalition thing. And no, actually, that's how you get plane crashes. That's how you get the horrible events of the last couple of weeks, where there have been now 4 plane crashes here in America. This is the hangover of these terrible policies. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to sober up. All right? Yeah. No.
Yeah, so there you have it. Shout out to our guy Benny. I saw somebody say that they weren't trying to they weren't trying to crash the plane. They were trying to parallel park the plane. I was like, I said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They were trying to parallel park the plane. Good Lord. This stuff is wild. Okay. Stay safe out here, guys. Seriously, stay safe. Don't try to parallel park airplanes. Don't do that. And yeah, I really think that we just need to get back to what actually works. And yeah, we need to learn from this stuff, that this stuff is not a solution. This stuff does not work. You do this DEI stuff, planes come crashing down, and you're ending people, you're deleting people and stuff like that, and it goes downhill from there. Then you got to think of the financial aspect. Delta, they lost a plane, so now they got to get another plane. That's money down the drain. It's just not looking good. Shout out to the King Squad. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this. Would you get on a Delta plane still after seeing this? Would you still get on a plane with DEI pilots? Let me know what you guys think. And if so, explain why in the comments. I always look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Thank you for everyone who left a positive comment, likes the videos, shares these videos, subscribes. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.